Good evening, folks. We're going to start off over here at Solar Ham today looking at our BZ and BT, and as you can see, we're actually starting to come up here and do some recovery. Got a little bit of bouncing around here on the southern polarity, but as you can see, the density has dropped way down all day yesterday and into today. It looks like this actually got a little cutout, and we got some cutout down here on this one. Speed came down and temperature came down. Taking a look at this one down here, we can see we did have a little bit of a fallout, but as you can see here, it's only -2, -4. So it's really not that big of a deal. And over here at spacewitherlive.com, we're going to take a look at our solar flares. And as you can see, yesterday we did have an M flare yesterday. It was at M1.78, but it was a spontaneous flare. There was no coronal mass ejection with it. As you can see, it's got this sharp spike up. It doesn't have a fat butt. However, today we had a couple of them. We had a C6.98 and a C9.4. But as you can see, it's got a little bit of a fat butt going on here. In fact, you got double butt cheeks. Let's go take a look. Now, jumping over here at our star, we're looking at 193 angstroms of light. And let's see, we're starting off with yesterday. We're going to see a little bit of movement. In fact, right there was the flare that we had yesterday. And I'm not really seeing any kind of movement from yesterday whatsoever. But that does change as we get into today. I do have this at the high cadence, by the way, so it does run a little bit slower. You get about 49 seconds. It gives you a little bit more detail. We are going to see some movement here. We got some movement going on over here, and we did have a little eruption there and a little bit there. This did escape the sun's surface, so this is incoming. It'll be here in about 3 or 4 days, but it's not going to be anything major. I'm not seeing anything major that we need to be concerned about. Now, we are over here looking at our star again, but this is the HDMI. Folks, we did notice some expansion coming here from this solar spot region. It did expand and get quite larger. And I've noticed that some other channels are starting to make kind of a deal about it. Like, look at now, it is growing very rapidly and more complex. But here's the thing: it's going to be leaving us soon. Now, don't get me wrong; this can still pop off with some flares, but this isn't the one that concerns me because it's more moving away. And as you can see, the positive and negative polarities are moving away. They're pushing away from each other. Okay, so when they push away, there's not so much chance for it to play. But over here, this is a different region and a different star. Actually, this isn't a different region. This is an old region. This is sunspot region 3088, if you guys remember from a couple of weeks ago. You guys remember that? Now, let me show you why I'm more concerned about this guy. Once again, we're over here looking at our sun, and as you can see, these are the two that were pushing away from each other. However, 3088 over here, look at that. They are right next to each other, and you guys remember we had the positive and then the negative and the positive, excuse me, yeah. Negative, positive, negative, yeah. This is some interesting stuff here, folks. Look, you got a group here that's playing together, these two large ones that are playing together, and it is coming around the bend. Now, it does have a new sunspot region number. They're naming it 3102. Now, this is from 9/11. Okay, this is what we were seeing on the 11th, but this is from today. Okay, this little white line right here would represent the eastern limb, and stereo head allows us to peek around it just a little bit. So when we take a look at this, look at how bright this region is. And this thing is coming at us. This thing's going to be spinning right around in our direction. In fact, some of it's already facing now. Some of it's already where if it flares, it will definitely impact us. So we're going to watch our solar flux start to raise up as this thing spins in. We're definitely going to be going up. There's no question in my mind. Now, just to take a little look here over at stereo ahead, we're going to take a look right here, and we're going to see that coronal mass ejection kind of pop off just a little bit here. See that? That little boop. That's all that it was. It wasn't a whole lot, but that will be coming in our direction. That little boop, we're going to be getting some of that. Okay, so we should be okay. I'm not really too concerned about it. And for those of you that are paying attention, Schumann resonance today in Tom's Grusha, 7 days of darkness. What else does that sound like that we've been hearing in the news, huh? So remember to keep your eyes open, folks. No fear, and love is the only way forward. Solar Wolf out.